What's up everybody, Soul here with another sort of Convallaria video, and today we're going to be going over a fun team comp that I've been playing with since Luvata dropped. I've experimented with a few things. This is just one variation of this team comp I've had a lot of fun with, and this is basically setting everything on fire and watching her work. It's a ton of fun, it's a blast. She melts targets, not necessarily with her outright damage, but with that damage over time, and so yeah. Without getting too into it, let's get into it. And so first up right here, I'm going to show you who we got. We got Luvata. Got a guide up on her, so make sure you go check it out if you're interested. And for her ability, we're rolling with that Fiery Wings, Wall of Ember, Fiery Wings, Nirvana and Flames, Leaping Flames, and we got Searing Gaze. And then for her weapon, we are rolling with the Nirvana. We've got our Roaring Flint. We're using the wand and the cup as our resonance, so we can get that energy back and be able to cast right away. And then we got that Verdict of Justice for that bonus crit and crit damage on her. Up next is Beryl, the Apprentice. We got on her Scorching Attack, Cutie as her reaction, Wall of Flame, Boom, and then that Energy Restoration. The Wall of Flame is really going to help us keep fire up all over the place, and so it's really useful. And of course, Boom is to get that good damage out and hit him hard. We're rolling with our Diffusing Prism as her weapon, Fancy Hats, she can't be silenced, and we're rolling with that wand and cup resonance as well. And then of course we've got that Dream of the Magician for that AoE damage on her. Up next we're rolling with Coco on the team. She's coming in as a tank, giving some energy and reducing those cooldowns. On her we got Armor Piercing Strike, Stay Strong, Coco's Treasure Chest, Iron Pot Stew, and of course that Potluck Protector. We are rolling with the Brutal Axe, the Mystery Guardian with the Double Pentacle as her resonance. We want that max HP as best as we can get. 20% is ideal. And then we are rolling with the Terror Whisper of the Hermit for that minus 20% damage taken. Next up on the list is Hasna. We got her in the team because we like that AoE debuff for that Hidden Fragrance, where we're taking down the opponent's attack, defense, and then increasing their crit rate. Crit is very important for Luvata. And so on her we got that Murderous Phantom, Soft as Flowers as her reaction, Scent Tracker as her passive. We are rolling with Scented Trace, and then we've got that Penetrating. She's doing some good damage right there, making sure she's backing up and hitting and supporting the team, hitting hard. With her weapons, we've got Focus Wand. And then for the trinket, we've got Origin Hourglass. And we're rolling with that Sword and Cup, because I like the extra damage we get. And that lifesteal helps her stay at top peak HP. So she's getting all that extra range from the Focus Wand and then some. And so she could stay really far back and still have good range. And then we got that Verdict of Justice on her because we want her to crit and hit hard just as well. And then lastly is our boy Miguel. And so he's on the teams. He's providing some extra cover. We got some knockback to help position and force those enemies through the fire. And then of course we got an aura that benefits a couple people on the team. And yeah, he's also creating fire tiles. And so with that, we've got his Firebomb for his auto. We got Protective Razor, as his reaction. We got Mourner as his first ability with an AoE fire. We got Brutal Kick for that knockback. And then of course we got that World Drifter aura for him and Hasna. And then we got that Melee Mega Crossbow as his weapon. We're using the Roaring Flint because we want him to be able to create that fire terrain and those tiles. And we've got the sword and the wand on him because he's going to be moving a lot, and so he's going to benefit from moving a lot with that attack and defense up by 12% ideally. And then we've got that Redemption of the Judgment because we want to be able to strip the opponent's buffs and then of course get that judgment on them, and he's going to be in and around them at all times. Let's take a look at him in battle. This is last week's Tower 9-5. We've got the red carpet running right down the middle of the stage. We're going to go ahead and set up with that Iron Pot Stew on Coco, and then we're going to start burning everything as best as we can. So we come up, start right away with Luvata. Great speed on her, by the way. Blowing up the barrels, clearing terrain, making sure we're creating those fire tiles. Remember, we're not going to do damage initially and outright with our abilities, but the burn over time, the damage over time I should say, is going to be fantastic. We step onto the fire tile and we make sure we get some ignition on that guy, and he is melted. You saw it, just melted. Got that hidden fragrance on him. We hit him pretty decently with almost 7,000 damage. Getting more fire tiles going. Good stuff from Miguel with that jump. He gets a little energy back by doing so. Here we go. Make sure we're set up more fire tiles. Getting that ignition. We don't mind taking a little bit of damage. He melts in front of us. A little bit of a boon from Beryl. Get some damage out. Get that Mourner. We want everything burning. Fantastic. The guy hits hard, but he burns for it. Pesky Ballista. Titan's like, I'll come up here. Oh, maybe not. He just melts. Absolutely insane. Good stuff from Coco. Time for the Roaring Flint and AoE. We did some decent damage, and now we got those stacks of ignition up. That barrel is beefy. Make sure we get those burning tiles set. She's gonna hit hard. We don't mind. Coco doesn't. And she's gone. The burn is real. The physical shield won't help, as he just melts. And so yeah, that's the team comp. You're burning it all. You're setting everything on fire. I like to call it blind fire because we got Hasna in the mix, and we're throwing fire out there like crazy. And so probably roll that in the team comp name. Really enjoyed this. Creating all the fire tiles and everything else is a ton of fun. It's not always possible. It's not always ideal. But if you can pull it off, especially in those crowd situations, you're going to literally watch opponents walk and try to approach you because they can't help themselves, the AI that is, and they're just going to die for even trying. And you got some versatility here in that you can throw, you can throw on Fiery Wings of Freedom on our girl here, and as long as she's got that wand and cup resonance, she can get that instant recast on it, allowing her to use it twice in a single turn. Pretty cool in my opinion. Allows her to really get in, do something fun and great, and get out, or just get more fire tiles with that AoE she gets going in, you name it. Really cool. And so that's a fantastic option. Of course, there's other units that synergize really well with her if you prefer them, or maybe you don't have some of the units listed. Just to give you a couple options, Momo increases damage over time with her trait, and so she's absolutely phenomenal. She's a fantastic option. Of course, Convallaria, he really belongs in just about any and all teams. He's a very powerful character, and he's doing some really big stuff with that damage over time. And he's benefiting from working with Luvata in that way, and quite a bit. And yeah, it's just about any unit that can create some fire tiles, is really gonna help out with Luvata and help her do what she's got to do. Just quick shout out to Nightingale. She's got that fire bottle. Anyways, really good stuff. Really fun. Love playing with this team. I'd urge you to give it a try and check it out. These units will absolutely melt. I mean, just watching Titan in that fight just absolutely disappear. Melt, in his armor was insane for me. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, I digress. Huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are the ones that allow for me to pull these units, to create the content, and get these videos out. So really and truly appreciate you. As of the time of this recording, I'm working on a big project, and they've been helping, giving me some insight on that. I can't wait to get that content out, hopefully sooner rather than later. It's a lot of work, but it's coming. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please be sure to drop me a like and a subscribe. If you feel inclined, there's a link to my Patreon down below. We'd love to have your support. And then, of course, there's a Discord link there as well, where you can join in the conversation. And yeah, we talk about all things, and we'd be glad to have you with us. Thank you again, and I wish you the best in your sort of Convallaria adventures. And until next time, bye.